Rory says, "Mom," and then they start their morning dance. And I think all it is them showing us they have a routine. They're very comfortable with each other. They're in sync, literally just kind of moving like they're dancing. We have the Pop-Tart reference that
Darts.
Carrie
I
was
did it.
waiting for. Just a reference for you guys listening. I put together about 20, 25 images that are very Gilmore Girls. And I don't want to mention any of them. You can see us on you can see it on GilmoreFriends.com. Showed it to Carrie right before she watched her first episode. And I don't want to mention them because I don't remember which ones of them we already came
Saddle
to.
shoes.
But the ones that rewatchers like me know, you'll recognize all of the images. So as she recognizes the images, she's sharing it, and she screams at the screen. So what did you scream at the screen in this one?
Pop-Tarts. And then I make sure to point at the camera, not at you, which you're here and the camera is here. But I go, Pop-Tarts. And I got really excited.
So the biggest part of the dance was Pop-Tarts and coffee, and that's their whole thing.
And that's her breakfast, is coffee and Pop-Tarts.
Yes, which I remember when we were going through the different symbols when you got to Pop-Tarts and you were making a prediction about how they're going to use it. You were very judgmental about how that's a very bad breakfast, and I wanted to die laughing because that is exactly their breakfast, their snack, their dinner.
Well, it's the only way anyone ever eats Pop-Tarts. It's like, we're at the door on our way to school, Mom. And like you grab a Pop-Tart. I mean, that's how they marketed them. This is a breakfast food. It is a bar of sugar.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Hilariously not good for you. I mean, they're delicious. But to me, Pop-Tarts are like a campsite food, you know, because you don't need to prep them.
I never really had one as a kid. I don't think I had. Yeah, I didn't have one until
not a Pop-Tart family at all.
No, just recently I tried it. I don't know. It's the same garbage everything else I would have wanted to eat as a kid.
Exactly. It's sweet, but it's more of a dessert. I just think it's bonkers that it is treated as a breakfast food when it's so clearly a dessert.
I mean, don't get me started because I think French toast is a dessert.
Yeah. So you're not wrong.
And things like pancake have the word in it. So
yes.
We tricked ourselves into like, let's at least shove something in our face.
Yeah.
So
I mean, a muffin is basically a cupcake.
Right.
I don't know. Did anyone ever notice this? That a muffin and a cupcake are like
it's the
kind
same.
of this. Okay, I digress.
Okay, so that's their morning routine. Then I believe that's it. Next, we get to their at home, probably after school or something. Rory and Lane are reviewing CDs. Does everybody listening to this show know what a CD is? Does everybody listening to this show, have you had a CD in your life? Because I remember CDs were like magic, first of all. Then CD on the go players, like Walkman CDs. What are they called? CD-mans?
Discman.
Not a CD-mans.
A CD-man.
I remember having a Discman and I was like, dude, I don't even know how to pick the CD I have to put in this all day, but I'm so excited. But then I remember getting the non-skip one.
I was just going to say, that was my next question. I was like, but did you have the non-skip Discman?
Yeah.
Because that was a level up, because they would skip originally.
So much.
You would like, I don't know, if you had it walking, you would like walk over a bump and it would stop for like 3 seconds.
You would basically have to walk like a robot. And we were walking in New York, uneven city streets.
So they finally invented
streets with our non-skip.
Oh my God, I know. Or like you couldn't ride a bike with it. You couldn't put it, like you had to sit still and listen. It was stupid. Finally, they came out with non-skip Discmen, and
what a treat.
Peaked.
It was lovely. It wasn't 100%, but it was enough that we were like, we're good.
If it got rid of 90% of the skips, it was fine. We were like,
so that's CDs, little records, very nice. I'm surprised how quickly times have changed with that. And now you could just tell your robot